What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Today we're going to do a video on the Nemo Tensor ultralight wide with the aluminized film for insulation. And this is a product. I've had this for a couple years now, and it has been with me all through my travels out west and here in Louisville, Kentucky. Been to so many places I can't even remember. I've had it on the Appalachian Trail, I've had it at Bryce Canyon, I've had it in Moab, all the Mighty Five in Utah. The coldest place I've probably ever had it was the Coconino National Forest in Arizona, surprisingly enough. It got down into the 30s, and this guy was a game changer for me. Many years ago, whenever I started, I started out with all the basic gear, the stuff, at Bass Pro and Walmart and all of that. And I had a sleeping pad, and it was basically terrible. It was like a $30 or $80 sleeping pad or something. And started taking things a little bit more seriously. And this is like one of the first items that I splurged on many years ago. I think it's a 3-inch pad, and around $200, $220. I feel like prices may have changed since then, but when I tell you it's worth every penny, I mean it. Not trying to sell you on this. I'm just telling you how it's changed my personal life and camping experience as well. So it is somewhat fireproof, if I can remember correctly too, as far as like embers or coals or sticks that are lit on fire or something. If I touch it, it's the material it's made out of. Pretty rugged. And I since upgraded to the Nemo ultralight single person tent as well, and I'm going to do a review on that because I've had it for a couple years, and it's been through some stuff right along with this and has survived. But what brought on this video and this review is obviously, like, I want to put things to the test. I buy a lot of things, or I did in the beginning, bought a lot of things that I thought I may have needed, or based off of reviews and such. And now after a few years, I finally feel like I've got like what works for me down. And I'm doing a bike camping trip. So super minimal. So instead of, I'm unpacking my Osprey 70 down to this little guy, and I've had this for a couple years too, and probably do a video on it as well. I got a lot of videos to do because I put some stuff through the test, the ringer. But this is great. It packs down light. It's not very heavy. It's going to fit in this thing perfectly. I've got the Nemo ultralight tent there. I think it weighs about a pound. This thing may weigh way more than the tent, but I'll probably put the specs on the screen as well in this video. But it's going to work perfect for this biking. I think we're going to bike like 25, 26 miles on the road bike and set up at a state park and just do an overnighter with some friends that are bike camping as well and come back. So it's kind of cool to get all the stuff back out and pack down. This is probably the smallest, most minimalist pack that I'm going to be packing for the bike camp trip. So without further ado, let's get this thing set up. It is weighing in at about 1 pound 8 ounces. When you consider that with the ultralight single person coming in, I think 1 pound 1 ounce. Not bad considering it's your two most important things. So comes with a little bag, little thing to cinch it down, some extra patches. I managed to actually keep all this stuff over the years throughout the travels. So, and this was the coolest part about it, was the Vortex pump sack. So if anyone knows what it's like blowing up a mattress or a mat, or blowing up anything after you've hiked, a couple miles to 15, 20 miles a day. At the end of the day, last thing you want to do is sit down and blow up an air mattress for 5-10 minutes. So this was clutch, especially with your high altitudes. That's another factor of why this is so important if you're hiking in mountains, camping in mountains, or anything like that. You know, high altitude is hard enough to breathe anyways. So this was a game changer. So show you kind of how it works and go from there. Okay. So it's got this little valve right here. Just want to put it back in so it locks, and it's got this little easy little knob here, rubber thing, to where you can, once you get it pumped up and lay in it, I kind of like to dial it in and it'll release some of the air for my sleeping requirements, depending. So you just kind of pop it in there and go from here. If I remember correctly, do this about 3, maybe 4 times, depending. I'm going to do this in real time as well, versus some kind of time lapse, so you can kind of see just how easy it is. I mean, considering the challenges that you have on trail. Makes for a pretty easy setup. Fits perfect in the one-person ultralight as well. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I think this might do it. I'm gonna go one more, or it probably won't take a whole another one, but do like 3.5. No, that's all I had. All right, so just kind of pop it off there, easy peasy. Put your thing back in if you want until you get ready to adjust it for sleep at night. And then once you lay down on it and get set up, you can kind of, you know, adjust your valve here for your sleeping accommodations. And you can see the aluminum foil insulation through here. So it's really nice. It holds in body heat very, very well. It's one of the best, warmest sleepers that I've slept on. But also, like, I've hiked down to Havasu Falls, Havasu Pie, Indian Reservation, and camped into the Grand Canyon. I've had it in Sedona, Arizona. So it doesn't feel like it traps heat either. I don't sweat. As a matter of fact, what I usually do is I have a North Face light sleeping bag, and it's not like Four Seasons or anything, or it's not your winter sleeping bag, but usually paired with this, I sleep very, very well. It's pretty thin, whether I just leave it unzipped and lay on it or whatever. If I had to rate it 10 out of 10 or 5 stars or anything like that, I would most definitely give it 10 out of 10 and 5 stars. Like, I literally think this is year 3 of this. So not that the $80 one didn't last me a couple years, but you know, if y'all have had them, you know how those things go. And this is the width of it. That thing was dang near, you know, thin as the wind on the ground. So this, I'm a side sleeper, so that's that's kind of how it works for me too. I'll lay down on my bag, but pretty soon I'm rolling around like side to side, especially when I'm waking up in the morning. So definitely don't lay on the ground with this. I weigh about 205, so just to sort of put it in perspective, and it's great. This is the regular wide. I apologize. I said the wide long. This is the regular wide, so it might not even be 1 pound 8 ounces. It's probably going to be a little lighter than that. I need to look that up, but you know, it doesn't really matter. If it works, it works. If it's light, it's light. If it packs up well, it's great. The main thing is if you find yourself using something over and over and over and lasts multiple seasons, you know, with a brand like Nemo, they've stood the test of time for as long as they've been in the industry. They came in pretty big, and they've stayed one of the top contenders. So to pack it up, you basically just pull the main knob and it deflates. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you have one of these, let me know in the comments what you think, how long you've had it, maybe your experience with it. If you're just looking or shopping around for it, if you have any other further questions on anything that I haven't covered, just shoot me a message or leave a comment, and I'll let you know, or do my best to explain it to you. So I'm going to document the bike camp thing too, because it'll be the first time that I've ever done it. So that should be pretty cool, and let you know some feedback on that. If you're a bike camper and you have any pro tips for road bikes, I have a Chinelli that I built out. So it's basically like a fun road bike thing. I'm not biking through mountains or anything yet. So if you have any tips on like road bike camping, just shoot me a message or leave them in the comments as well. So until next time, thanks for tuning in, and like and subscribe if you would like to, and I have more reviews coming, so see you in the future.